Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do the weekly reading for the lovely sign of Leo. Alright, there you are. We are going to use the Modern Witch Tarot for your reading, Leo. Okay, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Fabulous to have you on board. But remember please that these readings are only general. What does that mean? It means we are reading for a lot of people, and it might not be your reading today. And if it's not, that's fine. You just accept that it's not your story, and you move on and check out other aspects of your natal chart, such as your moon, your rising or ascendant, or your Venus if you are interested in love. How do you do that? You go and check it out at Cafe Astrology, put in your birth details and find out where all your planets were when you were born. And then you will be able to see where your planets are, and you'll be able to go and watch whatever reading you want to then. So I always say to people, if a title of a reading resonates with you, go for it, because often the title resonating. So if you see something, if you're looking for a new job and you see a reading that's for another star sign that says there is a new job on the horizon and that feels like it's right for you, then it probably is. Go and watch it. For some unknown reason, people get very stuck on their sun sign, and yet in Vedic astrology it's your moon sign that's important. And when I was reading the other day on some of this stuff, they were talking about how important your ascendant or your rising is. So be open, open-minded. All right. I said I was going to use the Modern Witch Tarot, didn't I? It's nice to have a really little deck. All right, so we have the Nine of Wands coming through. Now, the Nine of Wands is a card of the Wounded Warrior. What does the Wounded Warrior talk about? Talks about very often getting hurt by something over and over again, but not really understanding why you keep getting hurt. It's patterns. It's maybe choosing relationships that aren't right for you, maybe going into jobs that don't suit you. But whatever you're doing here, you're repeating something that is not right for you. When the Nine of Wands comes in, it's usually because you've done this so many times now. You're at the point where you're becoming defensive and you're starting to build some sort of wall up around you, maybe a castle, maybe a fortress, but you are now impeding things from coming in because you're not going to do things just in case you get hurt by them. And that's where this card is telling you that the 10's not far away, and then you will close out this. All right, so I'm looking at both of these thinking there is something that you are very dissatisfied about, Leo, very unhappy about here. You may be sick and tired of the same people coming through. You may be sick and tired of the same things happening over and over again, and you are so not ready to take the new thing here. It's very much a card of I've already done it so many times, I'm just not prepared to take a chance this time. Wow, conflict. Okay, so, and I love this because they're wearing masks. So very COVID conscious cards, apparently. This is about fighting against something here. This is almost like something is coming your way and you're fighting against it because of your past experiences. So you're not letting something in even though it looks good to you, but because you're judging it on past experiences. And sometimes we do that. Sometimes we sort of set a precedence, you know, and sometimes we just keep repeating something and then we're like, no, that's it, I'm not doing it anymore. And you put your walls up, but then you don't really know whether the next thing's going to be right for you or not. So you can't become too resistant. All right, so I have a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius coming in here. A King of Swords. I feel like this is your energy here. I feel like you're taking on some sort of energy here. Yeah. Okay. So what I see for you this week or thereabouts, there is an energy here of not wanting to repeat something or not wanting to do something anymore. It might be I've had it with relationships. I keep pulling in the same person. I keep, getting a job where I'm not treated right. I keep, having fights and arguments every time I walk into a store. I'm always finding that people are aggressive or ready for a fight or ready for an argument. And the universe is saying here, this is time for you to really have a look at what it is that keeps bringing these situations around. And I really feel strongly that I need to say here, sometimes when things happen, we tend to look to the other person or the other situation or what's going on to try and understand why it's happening for us. But many of us who are a little bit more insightful, a little bit more intuitive, question then, what is it about us that keeps bringing this situation to us? Why are we not pulling in the right relationship? Why do we keep pulling in these situations and punishing ourselves? But we have to look at what we're doing or what we're presenting or what sort of energy we're giving out, which some people don't want to do. And that's fine. That's a decision you make for yourself. But the universe here is asking that you stop for a moment and think about what is it I'm doing over and over again and expecting a different result, but still getting the same or more of the same. So let's have a look what they're saying. All right, so we have the King of Wands coming through. Leo, Sag, Aries. You've forgotten who you are, Leo, because this card is coming out to remind you that actually you have the power here to be able to do what you want to do. This is about you standing in your power, understanding what you are truly capable of. So maybe somewhere along the way, you've been beaten down a little bit by circumstances, and now you're forgetting what you really have to offer the world. Because you're an all-powerful being, and standing in your own power here is what you need to do, but you've forgotten. So maybe you've got worn down by your past experiences, and now you're just accepting that because you're feeling beaten down or worn down, that is what you're bringing in to match your vibration. But I see someone here who's very powerful, someone who is very attractive, is a leader, is able to take back that power. This person has a wand. They are a magical human being. This is your energy. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, so we have the Knight of Pentacles coming through with the Five of Swords and the Queen of Cups. At the moment, you look like you have your back turned on things. So at the moment, it's like you've sort of turned your back on whatever's going on for you here. And maybe you are contemplating how to do things differently in the future. Maybe you are sort of thinking about how you do that. So I'm just trying to raise the light here. Because for some unknown reason, you've got yourself in this pattern and you've closed your heart down here. So this is now, like, I see this Five of Swords and the energy is so strong with this today. Sometimes we are so busy fighting for something and we may be turning away things that are rightly there for us because we are so defensive. There's a very strong defensive energy here. And what I feel like here is that somebody is coming in here to offer you something. I feel like this person has a great deal of love, affection for you. But what's happening here is because of what's happened to you in the past, you're not seeing this person for who they are. It could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here. Because you are still in this fighting energy. So I feel like somebody's coming in to offer you love or a relationship and you are completely turning your back on it. Because you feel this defensiveness. But this person is offering something here to you. But it's like you're pushing this person away and turning your back on them, but you're not seeing what they're offering you here. So don't be so transfixed into what has happened before and feel like this is going to be more of the same thing. Because I feel like you're being offered love here. All right, see, past hurts, past heartbreak. You're scared of getting your heart hurt. 7 of Swords coming through with the Hanged Man. Whoever I'm speaking to here, it's tough that you've had, perhaps past energy that's hurt you, but not everybody in this world is going to be out to hurt you. You can't turn your back on love for fear of what something may present. Because I feel like here you are being presented with something very, very beautiful. But it's this energy here is very distrusting. Very distrusting. You may be wanting to run away from something here and not really speak up as to why. Just in case. This energy of just in case it hurts. So the universe is saying you have to take the time out to see this differently. Don't say no to this until you've had a really good think of why is it you are feeling this way? Why is it that this is hurting you before it's even happened? Why are you so fearful of taking in love? Okay, so look at this. So the universe is saying this is time to take a leap of faith. Accept the offer that's being made. Because here you have another chance at love. Some of you, this may be somebody presenting themselves that you already know. Or you may have already been round with this person once. I don't know that you've had a relationship with them, but you definitely look like you've been round the block with this person. This person is really in love with you. They want to offer you this. But you're scared of getting hurt here. And the universe is saying this is time to rebirth. This is time for another opportunity. For some of you, this isn't the same person. This is a new opportunity, but a chance to love again. Don't let your fears and your worry stand in the way of having something beautiful. Because we know you've been hurt before. You're probably going to knock back this offer because you're fearing that it's the same as the ones you've had before. You're probably really stuck in your head about it. The universe is saying here, there is a future here for you. But you've got to be ready to work at this. Look, use your intuition. This person is real. They want to offer you love. But for some unknown reason, you are really hurt and unable to see this. You've got to let go of the hurt and pain. It's funny, isn't it? Because we are all about love as human beings. It's what we're here for. We're here to learn to love. But the ego is a strange thing. It makes us feel really like we don't deserve it or it's not right for us. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have the devil energy coming through here. With that 4 of Cups coming back again. And the 2 of Pentacles. You have a choice here to make. Okay, so I can see why. You've got the Strength card coming through, which is the card of Leo. But I can see why you are worried here. And maybe you've had relationships where you've met people who are too needy, or you have found that you've become codependent in relationships. And maybe that's what you're fearful of. The other thing, sometimes this can come through if you're pulling through people who are more have more narcissistic tendencies or are emotionally unavailable. So you may have been pulling through people who've been like this. And I feel that the fact you've recognized this with this hurt and pain you've gone through says to me you've already started the healing process. So there's a choice here for you to make. Definitely a choice. But I feel like the universe is saying to you here, you need to rely on your inner resolve. Again, like this card here, you are very, very powerful here, Leo. Very powerful. And you need to make the decision that's right for you. So maybe it's time to accept the cup. Maybe it's time to just release this energy of your past here and just take what's being offered to you here. All right, let's have a look at an oracle card for you. Whoop-de-doody. I'm going to read your card from the Journey of Love, because I feel like you're being offered love here. All right. Drop into your heart. Now, there's really good advice, isn't it? Because I feel like this is what you've forgotten. All right. Card 68. There is a place of light within that no darkness can touch. It cannot be shamed. It can never be made impure. It is never lost or darkened or unavailable to us, though we may forget sometimes, sitting in a darkened room and not realizing that we can stand up and walk into the light so close to us, just on the other side of the doorway to the heart. Whatever may arise, great joy, great sorrow, drop into your heart and offer it to the divine, gently bowing your forehead to your hands in prayer. Now, what the universe is asking you to do here is to offer up or offer back all of your pain and sorrow so that you're in a place to accept love. And you're being asked here by the universe to let go of your past pain and give it up for healing. That's what it means to be in your heart. Acceptance and forgiveness. I'll leave you with that. Thanks, Leo.